This is a game of quad rugby, which is they used to call it murder ball. They had to change it to quad rugby because they were having a hard time funding it. It's sort of a combination of hockey and basketball. It's one of the fastest growing sports, disabled sports. The thing is, you have to be a quadriplegic to play it, which means you have to have 4 limbs affected. This particular game is just a demonstration game, so they put paraplegics. Sometimes we put able-bodied people in the chairs too. So the paraplegics got to play, and they love it actually. I think a lot of them wished they had the thing, instead of wheelchair basketball. But the thing about quadriplegics is, I think when they first designed this game, they figured that quadriplegics couldn't hit hard enough. Well, that's long since changed. There's some very powerful quadriplegics.
As an able-bodied person, I'd be scared to get out there with these guys. And you see there's one very slender young girl playing here. We'll see her in a moment. There she is. She just handed the ball to the ref.
Oh yeah.
And that young lady is fairly newly injured. I think she
Right.
was injured maybe a year before this film was shot.
Right.
And she's holding her own.
Oh, she was quite the athlete.
Yeah, she was scared to get out there at first, but once she got used to the strange wheelchair and the way they handled the ball, used the wheel to scoop a ball up.
Yeah, what you do is press the ball against. Oh, there I am.
You're going to try. You didn't
missed.
quite make it to the
Didn't
goal.
get quick.
to
I'm
the
not quick
sideline.
enough for the ball, but what you do is you press the ball against the wheel and just let it roll up with the momentum of the chair. So
Yeah.
he just did it. She
Yeah.
just did it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. So the thing about this game is if you can handle rugby, there's not much life can throw at you. That it develops your strength, your speed, your coordination, along with life's hard knocks. You take some pretty good shots. I mean, and I've landed on my head many times. Luckily luckily that means I had a soft landing. But
These chairs are probably better than the original chairs that you played with.
right, we used to play in street chairs. There would be blood. I think it was a movie that came out like that. And one of the T-shirts used to say, "Give blood, play quad rugby." When you're playing in normal wheelchairs, these things are tanks. They're impact and normal street chairs. Oh gosh. Every practice, I end up losing a toenail. I don't want to scare people because,
No, it's very sad. No one got hurt. I think with the modern equipment,
right.
it's pretty safe.
Yeah, your legs are tucked back. It's metal on metal. But it's a lot of fun. And it's funny, you don't really see the speed on film, but if you get to go to a national, of course, a lot of these guys have been just trying it for the first time. But if you go to a national competition and you got 2 really good teams going at each other, oh my God. It's amazing, the speed, the agility. And I'm talking quadriplegics, which means you don't have trunk muscle. You can't bend, or your hands are paralyzed. They don't. So it's quite a. What's the word I'm thinking? It takes quite a bit of agility to even be out there. You develop agility, you develop balance, you develop speed, you develop power. I haven't played this game in years. This was I used to be on a rugby team. One of the things I found out, which at this particular game, and I used to complain about it because I was in my 50s when I was playing, and I said, after a certain age, they ought to drop you at least a half a point. And they said they gave me a muscle test, and they said, well, we'd like to drop you, but you're too strong. And I said, yeah, but I don't even know which direction I'm going. I don't even recognize my own teammates. I'm not.
Now, the points you're talking about are the way of rating the different players. You try to match the two teams by assigning points for how disabled a person is, right?
Right, absolutely. That's a good point. They start out with 0.5, which is the most impaired, to 3.5. And a lot of the 3.5s can get up and walk. And they're almost paraplegics, but again, there's 4 limbs being affected somehow. So, and I've played against guys with no arms and legs, and these guys could throw the ball the length of the court and everything else. But the one thing they did have was trunk muscle.